good, YouTube? Today we are at to streamer confront Starbucks employee gets booed off the internet. Let's get to the video.
Do you mind just not recording? It'll just be facing me, so it won't be showing anybody else. We don't allow, for the purpose of everybody. Yeah. All recording, I'm only. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna show anybody else. It's just gonna be me. If anyone comes out from there, we'll put the camera down. Okay. The policy is no recording period. Okay. I mean, this is sort of my job. I'm just trying to do, just like you're trying to work as well. I don't know, once you're outside, I'm unfortunately gonna have to ask you to leave now. You're gonna ask me to leave? I'm gonna have to ask you to leave now, yeah. And
So I already know what it is. What, he entered the restaurant. Oh. Well, anyways, y'all was agreeing to talk about that. But no, he entered the restaurant. The employee doesn't want to be recorded and he keeps on recording. And if someone doesn't want to be recorded, you just gotta respect that.
What is the reason?
Also, it's kind of thunderstorm in the background, so if you hear a sound, my bad.
What was the reason? Recording. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not gonna serve me?
Correct.
Okay.
Do you see why people hate the IRL streams?
It's like when motherfuckers, like, when you say no to some shit, niggas will still try to, like, convince you to do something. Like, you would say no to what, what, damn, this thunderstorm bad. But I'm not gonna lie, you would say no to, what they would want you to do. You keep on saying no shit, they will still just be like, oh, but come on, you can do it. Like, you not understand that no means no.
Do you see it now? Society works on a couple of social contracts that they've signed with each other in order to make day-to-day life flow easily. When you go to the grocery store, you put the cart back in the cart return. When you go into a store or a restaurant, no shirt, no shoes, no service. Hold the door open for people, children and women first, stuff like that, simple stuff. Every once in a while, though, there is some D-bag who violates that social contract. You ever been rolling through a grocery store parking lot and then you think you see what seems to be an empty parking space really close to the front, so then you get close up to it, get to turn in, and you see a cart parked right in the middle?
That should be the most annoying shit. Especially when I be out and go to my job and shit, there be a cart at that one spot. If you work at a store or retail job or whatever, and you got that one parking spot you go to, it sucks when there's a cart right there. I know some niggas, some of y'all know how I feel. I know some of y'all know how I feel. When you got that one spot you usually go to, that one parking spot, but then there's a car right there, so you gotta go to a different one.
That's essentially what this entitled streamer Baradas just
don't worry about that.
did. Going into Starbucks.
That was my emoji menu because of my keyboard.
And accosting these people who are underpaid and overworked has nothing to do with your job as you say it does. It's interesting because the person gives 100% valid reason as to why you shouldn't be streaming in the store, recording in the store. But Baradas is just like, fuck that, dude. That doesn't even matter. He tells a lie about, if anybody steps into the background, we'll put the camera down.
Ass was about to cut out. I'm gonna have a lot of ass for him to cut out. This video is 18 minutes long.
Yeah. All recording, I'm only. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna show anybody else. It's just gonna be me. If anyone comes out from there, we'll put the camera down.
The streamer has to turn his head and see two clearly placed employees with the camera showing them, and doesn't say anything about them being visible in the camera screen. I just think about how much you think of yourself to think so lowly of people. And to show his true Karenhood, he's already recording. Right? He's already recording. His cameraman is on him, still showing people in the background that are employees that are not, consenting to being recorded, violating the store's policy, which stores have policies. I don't know why that's so hard to understand.
Respect your
But
boundaries.
does the double dick bag move and takes out his phone camera to then directly record the people asking not to be recorded. Meaning that it's what.
Look, I ain't gonna lie, it's cool. Someone says no to something, you ask them, or you just gotta respect that. I ain't gonna lie. But if you keep, it's like if you keep on asking me after I'm saying no, I'm finna get annoyed. You not understand no means no. A lot of motherfuckers, some people would do that to me. It's just like, no, no, I'm good. I don't know why people just do that. That should be annoying.
Well above their rights, their privacy. He doesn't give a damn about any of that. He doesn't care about people saying that they don't want to be on camera. He just does not care. He's gonna put you on camera regardless. It's just about him and his feelings.
Anybody to help me out with a drink?
Yeah, no, just recording is
So you're refusing to serve me because?
Yeah, just because you're recording in here.
So you're refusing to serve me because
Yeah, just because you're recording in here.
Okay, so if I came in here and I was recording a little Snapchat of myself like this, you wouldn't serve me? Because I'm sure people come out and make little TikToks.
Yeah, I'm sure they do too.
Okay, what I feel like right now is you're making this a way bigger deal than it needs to be, and it's like wasting both of our time. So can I just order a drink?
No, you're making a bigger deal of this than it is. If it wasn't such a big deal, you would cut the cameras, place them down, do something, order your drink, and then leave. Like, you can even call him a dick bag once you leave the establishment. But the fact that you're continuing to do these things that don't need to be done, as opposed to, hey, cameraman, put the camera down and record. In fact, you're inciting even more frustration and even more rage. You're making the situation bigger by then taking out more cameras to record people who are saying, hey, don't record me. And then he hits him with this lame excuse that I've heard streamers use before that my ears ring because I just hear entitlement.
Initially, I would have been willing to do that if you had stopped recording, but
I know, but my job, just like your job, is just, whatever your job is, my job is to be recorded. Like I record my life. That's my job. It's my career. It's what I get paid for. So I'm just trying to do my job just like you are.
Yeah.
And if you had given me a reason for why the policy is enforced, I would have put the camera down. But you just said, oh, I don't know. It's just a policy. So like, I'm just confused. I would like to know why. And if you give me that reason, I can place the camera down. Because first you said the privacy of others, but I'm only recording myself.
that was one of the reasons.
He didn't have to give you a reason. He has to follow the rules of his establishment.
Bro, that's you literally just say it's a policy. Like,
or he'll get fired. Like, it's not that deep. It's really not that crazy. You're not a 24-hour lifer. That's not a part of your job. You don't show everything on camera. This quick stop in the Starbucks is not going to make or break your vlog or your video. There's really no need to be this combative over this. And the whole, this is my job, just like, I don't know what your job is. You came in to ask him.
bro, I ain't gonna lie, I would not give a fuck. Like, nigga, I ain't gonna lie. If you're IRL streaming, this small ass segment should not matter to you at all. It shouldn't matter. It's like what's called Lil T, they being mad at Pebble Max for not, letting them smoke in the house. Like, it's that small estate. This shit shouldn't matter. You could just go outside and do that shit. At the end of the day, you gotta respect people's rules and shit. Like, motherfuckers need to stop doing that shit, especially like, they don't want you to do something. Like, it's cool, like, I don't know. It's not cool to you. But what I'm saying is, yeah, just, someone says no, or someone doesn't want to be a part of what you're doing, then you just gotta accept that. You feel me?
Make a drink. I'm pretty sure you know what his job is. You're trying to belittle him. We've seen streamers disrespect 9-to-5 employees before. Usually it's in conversation when comparing it being hard to their streaming and content creating life. But this one is just a straight up act of disrespect.
Like you could have just taken the order and like went on about.
As I said, damn, that shit, yeah, y'all probably gonna hear that shit. Yeah, if y'all hear that, But anyways, yeah, like as I was saying, though, that IRL streaming shit, like, this small segment should not matter. He's going to be going places anyway. He's going to be going everywhere around the world. Even if he was an IRL streamer, like, he's going to have hella clips at home with his check. I would not care.
Your day.
You could just put the camera down and went on.
This is my job, though. That's like someone telling me your job is not to tell people they can't record. Your job is to make the drink, correct?
My job is to tell people that they can't record.
No, I think that's a power trip.
No, that is 100% in my job.
I don't know, because I've been to a lot of other
You don't
places.
have to know. I'm telling you.
Let me ask you this: you're getting paid the same regardless.
Yes.
I hope you get a raise for like employee of the year, bro, because you're doing good. You're enforcing policies and everything.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course, bro. Is this helping you pass time for your shift?
I mean, my shift actually ended like 20 minutes ago, so I'm just hanging out for you. Yeah.
Yo, Starbucks, give this man a raise. His shift ended 20 minutes ago, and he is still here to make sure I don't get served. You honestly, you're the best Starbucks worker. I don't think anybody would devote their time off the clock to stay at their job. I get it. He's just trying to do his job, but this is also my job as well.
Of course.
And like, I see people all the time making TikToks and Snapchats in a Starbucks.
Absolutely.
We both doing a no thing. We both shaking our heads.
But if they want you gone, I'll have to trespass you.
I already ordered my drink, so I get it. I'll be on my. I have no reason to be here. I don't want to film other people.
Absolutely.
I don't want to, I just want.
You don't want to film other people. But nigga, what? Whole time, he was just saying he didn't want to be filmed. And you still kept on filming him.
my drink. Just like everyone has a manager, my manager told me to film a video where I order exotic drinks, so I was just trying to do my job. But I get it, and I appreciate you being kind.
Okay, I was upset before, but I actually am pretty tight now. This is belittling this man's job. Like, this is belittling something that he has to do. At this point, it's just straight up harassment. This doesn't make for a better video, you doing this. You look like a total jackass. What's funny is when he's talking to the cops, I can see the entire store. You even respected the guy in the beginning by saying, oh, you know, I won't even be recording people. Like, I don't have to do that. I can just record myself. You are literally recording all the patrons in the store, you dickhead. What makes this 1,000 times worse? Brawada said that the content that he was trying to film was him ordering a bunch of exotic drinks. Starbucks has a drive-through. Maybe not that location, but find a location with a drive-through to not be a nuisance. That's literally the best situation in all.
So you're not wrong. Like, imagine him just holding up the line. Like what? Like, is you for the make an order, you for the argue about the video? Like, IRL streaming don't like. If he's an IRL streamer, that shit shouldn't even matter. Like it says, like little teacher, you being mad about Max not letting him smoke. It says little sense. Like, you know what I mean? Segments you probably gonna have outside that store anyway. Why does that small segment even matter?
Turned it. Hey, you guys can't film here. Now, granted, I probably still would have just dropped my camera, ordered my drink, and then got back into my car and then drunk the drunk, or whatever the video is called. But probably the biggest thing in the world, I just would have went through a drive-through. Now, you know you're fucking up when I'm telling you that you're fucking up on the internet, but it's even worse when your own brother is on the internet saying you act like a dickhead.
Me to react to Brandon's video, and to be honest, like, I already saw it, and I was not too happy about it, to be honest. I mean, there's a good time for me to bring it up because I'm streaming now, and you know, a lot of people think just because me and my brother are related, like we have the same actions or we share the same opinions and this and that, but like, to be honest, me and my brother are total opposites. I love my brother, but sometimes I just don't support his actions, and there's nothing I can do about it. I can't control what people post, I can't control what people say or do, and it is what it is.
Rug. Preach, my brother. Now, I definitely agree with Rug, but sometimes people can be critical of their own brother. You know, I got a brother in this game too, and I can be critical of his content. But I tried to find a creator that really would give Brawada some sort of bail in this situation, and I couldn't find him. The actions in the video were simply stupid and disgusting. But I did find DDG's brother, Dub, give flack to FaZe Rug for holding his own brother accountable.
Here we
I
go
don't
again.
give a fuck, dude. My brother could be wrong. Like I said this before and I'll say it again. My brother could walk into a kindergarten, uppercut a kid. For whatever reason, I'm gonna say he was right. I'm gonna say my brother was right. Because at the end of the day, this is my family, bro. This is who gonna make sure I'm good. If something happened to me, I'm gonna make sure something good when it happened to him. I would never do this, bro. Like, nigga, this is bringing your brother down more. Like, what if your brother lose everything and he gotta go work that 9 to 5 shit?
I ain't going on. I would just talk to him in private. Like off stream, I wouldn't, you know. That's how I would tell Child Bay. I would tell the chat, like, yeah, I talked to him off stream about it. That's just it. That's all I would say. I ain't gonna lie, like, that ass, like, not everything needs to be on the internet when you know.
I don't know, bro. I feel this nigga, bro. I feel he got a squeaky clean thing, but bro, I never do that to my brother, bro.
That's an interesting take. That's an interestingly bad take. First and foremost, for Dub, you could just not say anything. You don't have to say that he was right for uppercutting the kindergartner. You could just not say anything. But two, I do think there's an interesting dynamic here at play, and because I do fit into the category of having a brother with some clout and status and fame on the internet, and I too have some clout and status and fame on the internet, although smaller, I think I can talk to this in a different way than maybe a lot of people can. Ultimately, I do disagree. Now, granted, there is limits and lines to things that you would bring to the internet about your brother, about your sister, your sibling, your family, and the relationship dynamic and thoughts and opinions that you have on them. This isn't a family channel. This isn't family content. So naturally, I wouldn't just divulge all of my feelings about my brother on the internet. But if he says something wrong or does an action that is wrong on on the internet that is ultimately surface E level, then I think it's okay to just talk about it on the internet. Not downplaying the fact that Broadus was being a dickhead to the cashier at the Starbucks, but I'm comparing that to, I don't know, maybe some allegations about what he did with women or something like that. If he did something like that, this is hypothetical, but if he did something like that with women, I wouldn't speak about those things publicly. That's not up for public conversation. But if you had a dickhead take, my brother does basketball. If he's a bad take about the Lakers, I'll talk about his Lakers bad take on my platforms. It's just that simple to me. The way that I see it, if you do something,
Shit, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't really say shit about it. I'll just tell one person. I'll just text him, like, really? Because I wouldn't want, bring bad attention. I'm not saying what he's doing would be right. Like, I'm not saying, like, that'll bring bad attention to him, but, I don't want to start none online over that shit. Like, I'll just, like I said, I'll just talk to him about it, like, off the internet. Unless it's getting, I wouldn't. Yeah, like I said, it would just be mainly off the internet.
bad, it doesn't matter who you are. You should be held accountable for your actions, right? I don't care if his brother would have lost everything and ended up being a 9-to-5 worker, like Dub said in his video. One, I don't think that's a bad thing. Hard work or working a job is not necessarily a
But then, everything can't be out the internet, so.
bad thing. And two, yeah, if you don't know how to handle yourself with fame, if you don't know how to handle yourself with some sort of clout, if you think that that entitles you to have different privileges that you can supersede store policy, then yeah, you probably don't need this. But that's a quick aside. In one singular day, Broadus saw the error of his ways and decided, you know what? I need to make an apology video. And when I went to go search for it and saw that it was 28 minutes, I knew there was no way that I was watching it. So I had somebody else watch it, and they gave me a highlight that
So he made a sincere, blasphemous judgment.
was very, very interesting. Now, we know about apologies on the internet. They're probably scripted out, written out, and filled with a lot of BS. But this one part stood out.
You guys can see right through it, It's just better, honestly, for me, I think, and I talked to my brother as well, instead of just, keep on posting videos and keep on making content where I know deep down I'm not okay mentally. I'm not doing okay up here. I'm dealing with all these different things that have really made me upset. It's better instead of like trying to brush that off to the side and still trying to film content and put up this fake smile and fake act that everything is okay. I don't think I could do that anymore. It's not healthy to try to brush off all your mental problems to the side and just try to fake a happiness and do your job like nothing's wrong. It's better to open up. It's better to vent. It's better to tackle the problem and try to find a solution rather than just put it off to the side and expect it to go away, because it doesn't work like that.
Now, I thought about it, and I was going to give Broadus some sort of props for identifying the fact that he has some sort of demons that he's facing. He's got some sort of mental anguish, and that might be the reason why he lashed out on somebody. But then I stopped the video, went to my nearest Quick Trip, which is like a chain gas station where I live, and went to get something to drink, and saw that at lunchtime, this guy was swamped at the cash register. And I thought to myself, man, I would be the biggest asshole in the world if I pulled out a camera and decided not to record. Like, there's no demon in this world that could make me be such a dickhead to somebody who is having just a stressful time. Now, maybe it's also because I grew up in an environment where I worked jobs, and I mean multiple jobs. I used to work at Racetrack, another chain gas station, in the morning, and then have to go to Macy's at night, and then go to school somewhere in between all that. Like, I've probably worked a grand total like 15 jobs. I'm talking about not like, oh, I've got my degree jobs. I'm talking about, hey, this job pays at most $9 an hour type jobs. So I think I fully understand the perspective of the dude who was sitting at the cash register telling Broadus calmly, hey, can you please just not record? Yeah, I can't give him any grace. I don't know. And I'm glad other streamers are calling him out for this too.
I wanted to make this video.
Chat. I can explain how out of touch this is. Chat. Guys into a Starbucks because you're some like near minimum wage worker at Starbucks. And it starts this video in his living room in a fucking mansion with marble floors. Like, you cannot make this up.
Dang, I'm not gonna lie. Like, that's back-to-back videos where I agree with XQC. I never thought I would see the day. XQC is displaying the out-of-touchness that Broadus is displaying, saying, yo, you just made fun of and annoyed a 9-to-5 near minimum wage worker. And your apology video is you in some mega mansion where the floors are marble and most likely heated with your, I don't know, $2,000 camera body, just the camera body, not the full setup, doing an apology video. I don't know, man. Apologies are hard on the internet, but y'all make it so much harder to have like real believability behind these apologies. This shit is weak, gang. This shit is weak. Could you imagine somebody apologizing after, you know, making fun of somebody who makes less money than them about their job and how, you know, meaningless and insignificant their job's policies and procedures are, and then pulls up with their Rolex, their chain on, their grill on, you know, $1,000 shades on a fucking yacht? People would be like, wow, this just does not seem like the most in touch thing. And I've seen this happen with a lot of content creators and streamers. Look, I've been doing this for a while now, and I've seen the transition from streaming and content creating out in public being embarrassing to being publicly embraced to being embarrassing again to being publicly embraced to this weird state that we're in right now. It's not even necessarily that the streamers themselves are causing the issues, because granted, I do think Baradas probably would have just gotten his drink and went in his car. Maybe. I don't know. Do it in a drive-thru. And I also think in these other situations that I'm showing, these people would just do the normal things like go into the store, get what they need, and then leave. But other people create hostile environments. The people that don't know how to have an appropriate time. I was trying to be disrespectful, but I'm not trying to be disrespectful in this video. But the people that don't have big platforms, don't understand what's going on, the newbies to the game. Like we've talked about it with the Corey 2Us of the world or some of the younger streamers that are on Kick and stuff like that. They don't understand the rules and things that you can and can't do in these establishments. So they go in there and they disrespect the hell out of it. So with that being said, yeah, I understand why this place would tell you that you can't stream. The last time they had a guy come through this place with a camera, he knocked down the entire chip out and didn't pick anything up just for the approvement and validation from the 3 members of his chat. But I don't think that, especially the bigger streamers, get that. So that's why they get in a tizzy when people tell them that they have to leave the store, like Agent and Ray most recently.
Ray, move out the way.
Cameras up. Cameras up. Can't be videotaping in our store.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, man, we came to this store like 20 times in the past.
Yeah, and we've told you every time to stop filming.
This is my first time hearing that.
You can't film in our store. Shut it off.
Hold on, wait. This is my first time hearing that.
Shut it off. We're not allowed to videotape in our store.
Man, Walmart switched up on us, man. We done came to this Walmart 30 times. No, we're gonna leave, man. Calm down.
Thank you very much.
She's gonna keep badgering me. We're on the way out.
Yo, Brandon, you gotta fucking lock it in, bro. This is bad. This is bad, bro. You're fucking up. You just look entitled. Just because you are a streamer and you do make content, it doesn't give you the green light to go anywhere and film. It doesn't. It just doesn't. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do. If you're a streamer, content creator, whatever, there's specific places that have regulations where you can't bring a camera and you can't.
That's like thinking because you a streamer, you could just break it to a random person's house and be like, oh yeah, I'm a streamer, I can do whatever I want, just start recording. Nigga, they finna call the cops. Nigga, what the fuck? Or they finna shoot you with some shit like.
Can't film.
Whether it was something that you did in the past or whether it was something that somebody else did before you and that had nothing to do with you, if that's the policy, ultimately that's the policy. Ultimately, these are these people's livelihoods. And the last thing that they want to do is be fired because they allowed you to stream, a complaint went out, and, you know, somebody decided to fire them from the higher ups. We can talk about how bad that is, a look on the company. We can talk about why that policy shouldn't be in place. We can even talk about the person putting in the complaint. All those things can be true. But the reality of the situation is, like when Jadion got somebody fired from their Target job, these people are just trying to work. They're just trying to make a living. That's all they're trying to do. And it would suck for them to lose their job because of this. I do notice a pattern in those that are doing the reactions to these things. The ones that have worked jobs before seem to have a more understanding perspective of all of this stuff, while the ones who have never worked jobs, I'm talking about traditional jobs, feel entitled to be wherever and do whatever they want. Ultimately, there's another Starbucks, there's another coffee shop, there's another place where you can get all this stuff off. Just be respectful of everybody else, because in turn, if they then disrespected you and what you have going on at your job, then you would have problems with it. And I think it's just that simple.
The video was over. I just had to rewind back. I ain't gonna lie. The amount of stuff I had to cut out from this video was insane. I know y'all, I hope y'all didn't hear the thunderstorm stuff, but shit, if y'all did, oh well. But yeah, if you like the video, like and subscribe. Follow my socials. I'm on the road to 1K.